We are here in Queens, New York with Ian Fernandez, a licensed New York City tour guide.
Welcome to Diversity Plaza, Jackson Heights, Queens. This is what is considered to be the most ethnically diverse place in arguably the whole world, or so a lot of people say. And as you can see, walking through this neighborhood, there are a lot of people of South Asian heritage over here. We got Bengalis, we got Indians, we have Pakistanis, we have a couple Sri Lankans. And where I'm about to take Ali is a momo cart. Momos originate around Tibet and Nepal, and they are really good. Momos are essentially dumplings that you could put different things like meats, vegetables, in some cases even cheese inside.
So, this place.
All right.
It's my first time having street food in New York, by the way.
I'm really glad that you're about to enjoy it. Hello, I would like one order of beef momos, please. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, so it's $7 total. By New York standards, I'd say it's definitely pretty cheap. I've never been to Canada, so I can't really tell about Toronto, Montreal, and anything like that.
$7 for that by Canada standards is a very good price, I would say.
Let's do a little bit of white, a little bit of spicy. Not halal, but pretty good.
We got the momo itself, and this is what?
So these are pickled onions. Chef's kiss. It is amazing.
I can smell the onions from here. That is a very strong smell. Yallah habibi.
All right, here we go.
That is really good. For
kid you.
$7, that is fantastic. What is it, like 7 dumplings in there? Maybe 8 dumplings in there? Yeah.
Yeah. Eight momos in there. The part of Jackson Heights that we're in right now is home to the South Asian Enclave. Those momos, like I said, they're my favorite momos in New York. 100% recommend Amdo Momo if you go.
That is really tasty.
Thank you. And I'm going a couple blocks eastward. We're actually going to be reaching the more Latin American side of things.
It is loud here, man.
Yeah, this is the 7 train, AKA known as the International Express. The reason why is because pretty much every single neighborhood it goes through in Queens has some sort of ethnic enclave over here. This is the reason why Queens is so diverse. Because literally within about like half a mile of the 7 train, you have people from literally every corner of the world. I kid you not.
Wow.
It's like over here, it's a lot of South Asians. A couple blocks going over there, it's gonna be all Latinos. Dominicans, Mexicans, Colombians, Peruvians, Salvadorans, and what can I say? I love Queens. Lived here my whole life, love the city. Yalla to that.
Queens is the largest borough in New York when it comes to population, right?
No, that title actually belongs to Brooklyn. However,
really? Okay.
Queens is the largest when it comes to size. About 2.4 million people call this borough home. Brooklyn is about 2.7. Wow. Next up, we're gonna be going to Corona.
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 Like the beer.
I'm down. You had me at the name.
Yeah.
I love Corona beer.
To your right, you're gonna see I'm a vendor cutting up al pastor tacos. Yeah, a lot of Latin Americans here in Jackson Heights as well. But if anything, Corona takes the cake. Don't get me wrong, I love Manhattan. I love Midtown Manhattan. It's where the whole Broadway scene is. I want to make it a Broadway one day.
This train's gonna be very packed, right?
Yeah, it kind of is. Granted, a lot of people get off in Jackson Heights because they have to transfer to 4 different subway lines and a plethora of buses. New York City is a commuter city. We're the most populous city in the United States. 4 of the 5 boroughs, if they were their own cities, they would make it to the top 10 most populated cities in the country. Brooklyn would be number 3, Queens number 4, Bronx I think is 7 or 8, and Manhattan's number 9.
I'm gonna turn the camera off when we get in the train because it's gonna be very crowded and I don't want to be filming. So, but yeah. It's gonna be very packed.
Sure as heck is.
Go. Let's go. Woo.
All right.
Like all this talk I've heard about, you know, the subway in New York is so dangerous. I'm like, I haven't felt danger at all in the subway so far.
The occasional incident does happen, and obviously it makes it to the news. But the way that I see it, the odds of you potentially being a victim of something here in the subway are slim to none.
This is a hell of a crowd, though.
Oh, you said it.
It's a very big crowd. I mean, it is rush hour, right? Like, what,
yeah,
like
it is.
6 p.m.?
If we were doing this around 1 p.m., there wouldn't really be a lot of people getting off the 7 over here. But as you can see, there are hundreds of people that are just like making it to the staircase. A lot of people here come from all different countries that are Spanish speaking. So Mexico, El Salvador, Colombia, Peru, La República Dominicana, Argentina. Hola. No. Ecuador.
Ecuador.
Yeah, no me encanta Ecuador. Prepare to have your mind blown, Ali.
I am ready.
All right. And you can look outside in 3, 2, 1.
Oh. Corona Plaza.
So I was expecting to be like seeing a whole show of vendors over here. Sometimes I forget not every single one of them is out right now, but at least on this corner there are about half a dozen or so. Good taco vendor over there, right up ahead. This spot has a deal where you can get 5 tacos for 5 USD.
Really?
Yeah, really good al pastor. I try not to eat pork too often, but they're really good. It's right behind you, Ali. Especial taquitos.
Ah, this place.
Hola. $5.
This looks phenomenal, not gonna lie.
If you go here on the weekend, you're probably gonna have like 2 dozen or so vendors here. Yeah. Hola. 5 tacos para $5, por favor.
¿Tú tienes agua es aquí? Agua. Ah, okay.
A lot of places in Queens, I'd say, are pretty cheap compared to Manhattan. 5 taquitos for $5.
That's a really good deal.
Really cheap. May only have the pork and the pineapple, but that's really all you need. Also, in case you guys can't tell, it's a really hot day. I mean, I don't understand how it's 6 p.m. right now and it's 90-something degrees. This usually doesn't happen in New York. During the summer, people complain about the weather. And yeah, the weather sometimes is something worth complaining about.
My shirt is completely drenched.
And here we go.
What do we got here? We got these tacos.
Yeah, so al pastor, you know, it comes with obviously the roast pork, pineapple, onions, I think that's cilantro, a lemon which you could squeeze on it. Pretty basic tacos, but they are still, regardless, phenomenal.
Down the hatch it goes. Wow. Bro, that meat is cooked to perfection.
It may not be kosher, but it's pretty damn good.
Phenomenal. Those are really tasty. And where are we going now?
All right, so we're gonna keep walking around Corona a little bit. Not telling Ali exactly where I'm taking him up until we're about 2 blocks away or so.
This might be how I die, guys. This might be how I die.
Nah, but for real though, I think he's definitely gonna like it. Spot I'm about to take him to was actually featured in a specific famous TV show that took place here in Queens.
Outdoor events here. We got some basketball going, some soccer in the background. There's a gym in the middle.
New York City, believe it or not, actually has 1,700 parks.
It got a lot quieter all of a sudden.
It does get pretty loud near the trains, obviously, because you have trains running 24/7, 365. But the farther you walk away
Hola,
from it...
¿cómo estás?
Hola. Yeah. So the farther you walk away from the train, the quieter it does get. Sorry, I got distracted by the parrots. Or parakeets.
There's always something going on in New York, man. I love that. I love it.
New York City is just like a giant television show. The way that I see it, the outer boroughs for the most part are probably a couple $100 to maybe even $1,000 cheaper than what you could get in just like one of the areas in Manhattan. People usually live in like Hell's Kitchen, East Village, stuff like that.
Based on what I see on the media and on social media, New York is this hellhole of crime, rats, high rent. That's pretty much all you get told in the media about the city. Now that I'm here, I can see that is absolutely so far from the truth. This city is amazing. What do you think about the way New York is portrayed in the media these days?
For the most part, it's really inaccurate. A lot of incidents that happen in the subway, yeah, they do happen, but you probably only have like what? Let's say 1 or 2 ings a day.
A day?
Yeah. And consider this, we're in a city of 9 million people. So when you think about that, the odds of you being killed on any given day are literally 1 in a million or so. As long as you have common sense, surely nothing bad is gonna happen to you.
Going off a different question, what is a surefire way to guarantee something does happen to you?
I'd say messing with somebody in the subway, you know, maybe doing like one of those dumb prank videos like certain other YouTubers may do. I'm not gonna say any names just because I don't wanna like stir any trouble with that. If you see somebody who may have some sort of challenge with them, I'll say try not to engage with them because that might be a surefire way to have something bad happen to you or happen to them or happen to other people. So we're still in Corona. Like I said, Corona, it's a really big Latin American community, but believe it or not, this neighborhood actually used to be extremely Italian. And this area right here, Corona Avenue around 108th Street, is where you could actually still see a couple of Italian American businesses still lasting over here. So about 100 feet behind Ali is Parkside. I usually go to Parkside whenever there's like a special occasion with my family. Really, really great Italian food. Love their pasta dishes. Love their watermelon with burrata. Definitely recommend if you're into like high-end Italian cuisine in Queens. But the real gem that I'm about to show Ali is, well, he's actually looking at it right now. Oh, you can flip the camera.
The laundromat.
The laundromat, yeah, sure. No, but for real though, this is the Lemon Ice King of Corona right here.
The Lemon Ice King of Corona.
And in case you don't know, this is one of the spots that's been featured in the King of Queens.
King of Queens.
Yeah, King of Queens, yeah.
How's it going, guys?
Yeah, I'm showing him. I'm a tour guide.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So,
what do you recommend?
So you could go for the standard lemon ice. This is personally just me. I almost always get peanut butter ice here. Granted, I just really, really love peanut butter.
I love peanut butter too. I will go for that.
Been around for well over 70 years. They only sell these Italian ices. I mean, it literally says it on here. We do not mix or exchange ices. This is one of the OG Italian ice spots. Really famous. Not too many people come over here unless they're like living here in New York. But I kid you not, this is one of the best desserts in New York City.
Wow.
And considering the fact that you're getting $5 for a large, $4 for a medium for me, and it's a 90-degree day, it is 100% worth it for the occasion.
Awesome. Thanks, boss. Wow, look at that. Peanut butter ice.
Yeah.
That smells exactly like peanut butter. Like, wow.
Yeah, take a lick, it melts fast.
Dude, that is so good. What the f? Oh, that is so good. Wow.
It's his first time ever coming here. Second time in New York for him.
Peanut butter's the best.
Thanks, boss. Appreciate it. Have a good one. I was thinking it was gonna be like a slushy, like a blueberry slushy or like a lemon slushy, like those kinds of simple things. This is amazing. Like this is, I can never look at a slushy the same way again after this.
I've been coming to this spot since I was a baby. You listen to musicals at all? All right. Have you ever heard of Spring Awakening?
I have not.
Music style-wise, imagine if Bon Jovi and My Chemical Romance had a baby and it became a musical. I'll sing one of their songs. Dun, 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 dun. God, I dreamed there was an angel who could hear me through the wall as I cried out like in Latin, this is so not life at all. Help me out of this nightmare when I heard her silver call. She said, just give it time, kid. I come to one and all. She said, give me that hand, please, or the itch you can't control. Let me teach you how to handle all the sadness in your soul. Oh, we'll work that silver magic, then we'll aim it at the wall. Thank you.
Very good, bro. Awesome. That was awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so where are we going now?
Next stop is only a couple blocks away. We are gonna be trying some Colombian empanadas.
We are eating well today. Hell yeah.
These neighborhoods are really big. Some of them are huge, to say the least.
Hello,
nice
little kitty
kitty.
cat.
Well,
Nice cameo.
love cats. Hopefully that's not bad luck though.
Oh no, bro. You see a cat, it's good luck. It doesn't matter what color it is. It's good luck if you see a cat.
There are literally hundreds of thousands of immigrants within this borough alone. I don't remember what article said it, but it said that as much as 48% of the population of Queens is foreign born.
Wow.
And like I said, the demographics of Corona kind of shows that. The demographics of Jackson Heights shows that. The demographics of other neighborhoods within this borough shows that. And we are actually at our next stop. This is a really good takeout Colombian spot, Welcome to Empanadas Cafe. This spot I've been going to for a good 15 years or so now. Really, really good Colombian empanadas. You can get everything from like beef, chicken, cheese, vegetables, etc. in here. And they're pretty cheap too. Most of them go around, I'd say, the $2 to $3 range. So yeah, let's definitely get some empanadas. Una espinaca y ricotta, carne, un queso y un pollo.
All right, so we got a cheese empanada.
Oh, let's not forget about the sauces.
We are feasting really well today, man. Like, this is a hell of a feast. Small finger food, but we are feasting. A cheese empanada. Am I saying it properly? Empanada?
Empanada.
Empanada. Okay, empanada.
So that's like a ketchup mayo sauce, and that
That's great.
Yeah, it's like a salsa verde, or that might actually be aguacate. I can't remember.
That's really tasty.
All right, so I got a beef empanada. Like I said, I've been going to this place since I was a really young kid, and their quality is still the same. Granted, a little bit more inflated than how it was a while back, but hey, $3 an empanada is still livable. Bon appetit. Damn good empanada.
Freaking out and you didn't get a picture, you wouldn't mind again?
Yeah, sure, no problem. So according to Ian, this is the best park in all of New York. Out of the 1,700 parks in the city, this is #1. You got a lot of volleyball nets everywhere. You got soccer happening over there.
You got a whole birthday party right there.
And this is at like, what, 8 p.m. on a
Thursday night.
I imagine on a Saturday or like a Friday afternoon, this place would be absolutely lit on every level.
This is Flushing Meadow Park. This park is actually bigger than Central Park. This is the 4th biggest park in all of New York City, the biggest park in Queens. It runs roughly 900 acres. This is the Central Park of Queens. And I'm not just saying this just because I want to toot my own horn, but here you have like a lot of land for like people to be hanging out on right now. You also have some of the biggest attractions in the city. So you have the Unisphere, which is home to the world's largest representation of the globe. You have 2 major museums, the New York Hall of Science, which I used to go to every now and then whenever I had a class field trip, as well as the Queens Museum.
Is that the Met Stadium?
Oh, no, that right there.
Like way in the distance over there, like that like yellow thing?
No, so that right there is the New York State Pavilion. And in case you've never seen Men in Black, that specific attraction was featured over there. So a lot of the attractions in this park actually stem from the 1939 and 1964 World's Fairs, which is part of the reason why Queens has as much of its diversity as it is. Because these 2 specific events are the reason why so many different ethnic groups from literally every continent in the world and many, many, many countries have came here. Like Corona, the last neighborhood we were in, is a heavy Latin American community. So you have Colombians, you have Mexicans, you have Dominicans, you have Argentinians, etc. Flushing, the next neighborhood over to the east, it's almost entirely Asian. Chinese people, Korean people, Indians in the south of the neighborhood. And going south from Corona, Forest Hills, where I grew up, very, very big Jewish community, especially Bukharian Jews from Uzbekistan. Also a somewhat sizable Chinese and Latin American community. The fact of the matter is, this borough is pretty much where the entire world is represented, and this park is essentially the center of the world.
Now that I can actually see a lot more of it from here, it's gigantic. I didn't know it was as big as you said it was gonna be. It is gigantic, absolutely huge.
Yeah, what's even better is that we actually have the Teen Titans Tower here.
The Teen Titans, oh, you're right. What? Do it. Pogo. Nice.
Hey!
Nice.
Right now we are actually approaching the Queen Zoo. Because it is late, the zoo is obviously closed, but if you're ever walking through this park in the middle of the afternoon on pretty much any given day, you might be able to see some of the exhibits over here. They have a whole farm or / petting zoo. So even from like walking on the outside, I was able to see like some goats, some chickens, some pigs, etc. Another great place to check out animals in Queens is the Queens County Farm. It's all the way on the eastern edge of the borough, but it's definitely a really cool place. Definitely more chill especially if you want to check out animals, explore farm life, etc.
You guys can hear the sound of the ice cream truck. And, oh, that's actually really cool. What is that? No, that's like a ferry, like fair, like a ferry.
Oh yeah,
Fair, not a ferry.
I forgot there's a mini amusement park over here.
Yeah, a little mini amusement park.
Yeah, ain't no Coney Island, but hey, if you got like little toddlers, you could send them here and they'll probably have the time of their lives.
Oh, what's up? You guys are following us.
Oh.
You guys came all the way from over there.
Oh my God.
We're totally not stopping you. Yeah. We told our friends and we wanted to take a picture as well.
Sure, no problem.
My camp.
Take like 10, just awesome. Thank you guys. Thanks, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you very much. Awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you very much.
Do you include us in your video, Crazy?
Yeah, you're in the video right now.
Oh,
Hi, subscribe to him.
Yeah, you're in the video. Take care. Bye. They follow us all the way there. Oh, that's cool. It's cool.
Watch out behind you.
This guy looks like he wants to run us over. I can see the intent in his eyes.
Yeah.
Got baseball too, or are they playing softball? I don't know. Oh, it's baseball. It's baseball.
Like I said, Dominicans, Colombians, Brazilians, Peruvians, Mexicans, every single type of Latino is in this neighborhood. Like, this place is not just Latino in character from the demographics, but literally from, like, you know, all these people playing sports. Like, it's part of our cultures. It's ingrained in us. Me as a Dominican American, like, I love baseball. Hell, we even have one of the most famous stadiums in the country within a 10-minute walk from here. And then in the Bronx is Yankee Stadium. Right now we are approaching the New York State Pavilion. This right here is the Grand Central Parkway. It could take you all the way east into Long Island, into Suffolk County. Yeah, the sun is set, the moon is...
Is that the stadium right there?
Oh, no.
No?
But that is another famous stadium.
Oh, okay.
You into tennis at all?
Not really, no.
That's Arthur Ashe Stadium.
Arthur Ashe.
Yeah. So, yeah, to all you people who see Men in Black, you might recognize the pavilion.
This camera doesn't do it justice. This thing is huge.
I can only imagine how awesome it would be to get like the view from up there.
I don't have the energy to climb that thing right now. Look at those stairs. I mean, yeah. There's that thing I thought was a stadium at first.
You see that huge globe in front of us?
That was not visible behind the tree until we turned the corner, and now that we turned the corner, that is what he was talking about. That's insane.
This is the Unisphere, the world's largest representation of a globe, the geographical and also metaphorical center of diversity within the city. You're sandwiched in between two of the most ethnically diverse places in not only the city or the state, but probably the entire country. I think it's been around since the Second World's Fair, so 1964. Look behind you, Ali. Over there.
Oh, there's a whole museum right there.
Yep.
The Queen's Museum. Wow, it's full of surprises. There's a dancing class going on over there. In New York, everywhere you go, there's something happening at all times.
Yeah,
wow.
People doing Zumba here in the park. That museum behind me is home to the largest panorama of New York City that exists. And right up ahead is actually a silent disco party that's going on. In case you can't tell by all the people that have blue, red, and green headphones on, they're listening to a whole bunch of different music. There's different channels.
Everyone's vibing to their own song in their own head. No one else can hear it except for them. And it might be rock, it might be country, it might be hip hop. Should we be like those like New York trends? It's like, excuse me, what are you listening to?
This right here, this is the New York Hall of Science. Really fun place. I used to come here a lot, especially when I was like 5 years old, and I used to watch like Cyber Chase. And I often related like a lot of the exhibits to some of the things I saw on the show.
What are we looking at here? This looks like a fighter jet of some kind?
Yeah, I know nothing about the history of this fighter jet. All I know is that it looks pretty cool, and it definitely gives character to both the night market and to the museum.
Is that a rocket?
Oh yeah, that is.
Interesting stuff just popping out of the trees. All right, Allegiance, we are gonna call it here. Make sure to follow Ian on Instagram. He is one of the best tour guides in all of New York.
Thank you.
And you guys saw how amazing and how interesting he makes the city seem. And it is that way, of course. I will see you guys next time. Peace out.